Greetings fellow gaming fans and survivors, this is Small Archangel welcoming you back to 7 Days to Die, Alpha 13. It's the morning of the 11th day, which means as ever we are thinking of the impending 14th day horde, and at the moment I'm not quite sure where to put myself, because we do have a lot of things to do all at the same time. We've got our new base there. I've got my farm up and running. I want to head over towards our new base, but at the moment I'm suffering from a dilemma of whether to build a forge first or build the base first. Obviously we've got... oh wait, there's some clay here. We need clay. We need clay for the forge. We need clay just full stop. So we're going to dig some clay up here before we do anything else. But yeah, I really want to get a forge up and running, because obviously there is a lot of recipes we just can't touch without having forge to make them with. Yeah, it's about time we got out of the Dark Ages. A lot of my stuff is... I'm starting now with Quality Joe to the Quality Joe scavenging to find some pretty decent tools, but unfortunately, let's see, what have I got? 161. Yeah, will be cool. I think we've probably got enough there. I'll just get a couple more. We started to find some fairly decent tools, but the only trouble is that I haven't got any way of repairing them, and that goes for some of my my weapons as well. The wood club I've got here, I can repair that, though I can't repair it very well. Basically, it loses quality every time I repair it, and that's the trouble. My skill is lower than my ability to craft and repair. My skill is scavenging, sorry, is lower than my ability to craft and repair items. So, so yeah, that's not good. Excuse me. Obviously, that will kind of equalise itself with time, but for the time being, it's a difficult one. So I want to make a forge, but I don't think I want to make a forge just stick it sort of... I don't really want it in my base, because I think the new screamers, albeit that we've got one of them spawning now rather than, you know, 3 at once, I don't think that they take kindly to forges. I think they tend to trash them. So I want to build it away from my base, really. And then the other thing I was thinking was, you know, maybe putting it underground rather than above ground, because that way they're not going to be able to get to it. Anyway, this is the other thing I was going to mention. Alpha 13.5 came out today, and with it, the gore blocks have actually been disabled, so that there, presumably, is going to be a fairly rare sight now. That's a gore block that was formed before that patch came in, so they've been taken out. Because the fun pimps, probably agreeing with most of us, decided that they don't work that great yet. They're not quite fit for purpose, and so yeah, they've taken them out for the time being. So they want them to look better. They want them to... Hello, is there a stone there? No. They want them to just be a bit more fit for purpose, really, and that chiefly, I think, means that they want them to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's right. They want them to both aid and abet the zombies. They don't want them just helping the zombies out. They want them to be able to sort of climb up on the gore blocks, but they also want the zombies to have their vision obstructed by them as well, and they want them to look a bit less like sort of pointy red pyramids, which I'm sure we'll all be delighted about. So I've no idea how long they're going to be out of the game. I'm going to build my base as if they are in the game, for obvious reasons, because they're coming back, and we've no control over, you know, when they'll come back. So there we go. Okay, so that is one thing. Now, that is pretty much mapping out the middle of our the 4 legs of our base. Now, one of the reasons... No, I need that. One of the reasons that I've actually decided to go bigger is, well, partly the design will sort of rely on it, but that will come a little bit clearer as time goes by. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I don't want to sprain my legs at this point. I'd rather... Excuse me, frog in my throat. Okay, I'd rather build a load of steps, to be honest with you, than run the risk of spraining my leg and nerfing myself. even more than I already have. So I'll just nerd pole a little bit to be able to reach this. If I can place it. You're too close, you can't place it there. And also, she drives me nuts making those blooming noises as if I'm killing her all the time. You're not dying. I don't make that noise when I jump. Gordon Bennett. Okay, and one more. And then we'll just... And this isn't even the full height of how I... You know, this isn't even the full height that I want these to be at. I actually want my tower to be taller than I've really built them before. For various reasons to do with the changes that came about in Alpha 13. And the way that we can't use water any longer. I always love to use water in my base builds. So that's about as much as my legs can stand there. Stop driving me crazy, woman. I wish I could just turn her off. Okay. Alright, so I've done 3 of the 4, and there is a definite reason I am not putting rebar frames in the middle of the... Well, there's a definite reason why I am putting rebar frames in all of these for a start off. Mainly because when we have the means, i.e. a forge, and the materials to go with it, I'm going to want to fill that rebar, or upgrade that rebar to reinforced concrete, so that we have a reinforced concrete core in the legs of our base for security and stability reasons, and for the whole thing not collapsing, because I really don't enjoy it when my towers collapse, usually while I'm still in the process of building them. I'm fairly sure there's no cave under this one to sort of bulk up the physics, but even so, there you go. So that's basically what we're dealing with here, is legs of that size. It's obviously going to take a lot of frames, and then it's going to take a lot of wood to upgrade it, and goodness knows even more to double upgrade it to reinforced wood, and then we're going to have the iron after that, and then more iron at least once more, and then you finally get to concrete, and blimey, by the time you're finished, even a sort of modest size base has got a lot of, you know, an awful lot of materials poured into it, never mind the time. As I said before, I'm not planning on putting every bit of my building into onto camera. I'll do a certain amount of the grinding and what have you off camera, of course, but there we go. No, I didn't mean that. But for now, because it's still sort of early days, I'm kind of tending to do everything on camera. Oh, well, that was a bit rubbish, wasn't it? Let's just make one more, because that is just going to bug my OCD otherwise. And then we're going to go and collect some... Well, we're going to collect some water in these jars, but we're also going to collect some more wood, because obviously we're going to need that. So for the time being, I am also kind of unwilling to spend too much time in any one place in case I attract sort of screamers or just general random roaming hordes or whatever. Now I know I've got a water hole around here somewhere. Yeah, there's one over there, there's one over there. Okay, this one's probably closest. I can see that on the map now, so let's just do that and wander over here, and then we'll grab some of those trees that are over there as well. Mostly I find that when you cut down a tree you get a seed in return, so we can replace them all, and we can be a good little eco warrior and have a sustainable, even if we can't really build ourselves a tree farm because we can't put the trees too close together, we can at least replace the ones that we take. You are wet. Really? I can't get a jar of water, but I'm wet. It does seem to be a little bit buggy, this new water, and we do tend to find that, I don't know, I tend to find that you have to be on some pretty funny angles to the water to be able to fill your jars. Of course, the water is definitely a work in progress as well, so there we go. So much for the water. Now, I've got a spare axe here, level 10, my shovel's level 11. We're still pretty... I dropped that, didn't I? We're still pretty crappy on the old axe front. Let's make another axe, see if it's any better than the last one. And we'll take out a few trees. And there we go, we've even leveled up. And I've managed to get a seed from every one of those trees, so that's quite good. And generally you can place a seed pretty much where you put, where the tree was growing out of before. The problem seems to come when we try and place two trees too close to one another. Oh, there's a drop over there. Way over there, like probably down that bank that I can't get up. Now I'm going to have to do, once our base is finished or even halfway finished, I'm going to have to do something about that, because really we need some way of getting up and down that bank, because at the moment it's a nightmare. At the moment it's actually extremely difficult to get up and down there, and if it was at night and you were pursued by zombies, well, they're not going to have any difficulty running uphill whatsoever, and all the beer in the world's not going to save me. So we're gonna have to watch that one. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, I need to put my my base back in here, don't I? Because otherwise I'm going to head to the wrong place. There we go. All right. So I've got a bit of wood there. We've got a couple of stacks, so a stack and a half. Might just take another tree. Oh, and there's a car there. Have I looted that car before? I might just have to loot that car as well. So I don't think we're going to be making a tree farm, which is a shame, because I've sort of tried it. Didn't really work. In spite of the fact that actually it's realistic to place trees quite close to... Whoa. Just love it when they do that. Quite realistic to place trees together, close together really, because that's exactly what happens in plantations, at least with conifers. And I always favoured conifers anyway. So, no fair really, but there you go. Yeah, there's some general crap in here. Let's just scrap that, and then if we drop that, we might find it respawns. Well, hey, I do like having respawning cars. It's great. And with our improved looting, we have got absolute nada. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got a bit of wood now. Let's just make some more wooden frames. I need to make a bunch of those. Actually, before I do that, I want to make another stone shovel. I'll make that first, and then we'll make some wood frames. You really do have to sort of plan in advance what you need to make. It's like, well, I'm going to do a bit of digging, I'm going to do a bit of... So I'm going to need this many of that, and then I want to... You have a long-term plan to make some frames, and they take really ages, and then you end up having to disturb that in order to make something else that just broke, and oh my gosh. I know this is going to get easier later. I hope this is going to get easier later, when I'm more skilled, but for the time being... Right, there's a zombie having a bit of a fit over there. So you could quite easily just run off the edge of this, couldn't you? And the zombies do kind of sneak up on me over there as well. So I'm still not convinced by the wisdom of building here, but that was a pretty interesting move we just pulled. You're not dead, are you? Damn. At least he didn't just, like, leap up randomly. Bye-bye. Okay, I don't think there's any more around here. Is it just you? Just you. Okay, that's great. Alright, so I've got some wood, and we could do... Ooh, hang on. I think what we're probably going to have to do... Where's my shovel there? I've got the shovel, and I'm going to get my frames, because we need, I think, to just place some frames underneath here. Did that? I'm not sure. Can I place a frame? Yes, good. That's all I want to do, because boy, do those zombies know how to dig nowadays. Their pathing is better, and they can dig. Suckers can dig, so I don't really want them digging. I mean, this is, you know, part of the reason I want to go above them rather than below them, although I have a feeling they're going to have a better idea of where I am then as well. Just their general perception of where the player is, up and downwards, is much improved. So here we go. We'll just place these. And then I just feel like if I placed a forge, I don't know, a little distance away from the base, but not too close to POI, like over here or something. So we've got a farm over that side. If we put the forge a similar distance of this, I really don't know how big the chunks are particularly, or how far away, how many meters away I'd have to place my forge to avoid it sort of being the same heat map zone as my base. That's the thing that mostly concerns me, I suppose. But the other thing is that I guess we need the forge to be let's make some more. We need the forge to be close enough to our base that we can actually see it from where we are, and then if any screamers do spawn, we can snipe them. We can snipe them before they do any damage. So that's another way of looking at it. The other possibility is to put it underground, and I do like that idea rather a lot. Would take a lot of work, of course, would take a heck of a lot of digging, and digging is more difficult to do in this alpha than previously. Let me just place that there, and I'm going to do a sort of a steady nerd pole to make sure I don't break my legs. We got the right height here. Probably something like that. As I say, this is not even as tall as I want them to go, so there we go. For the moment, that's it. And as I said, probably I think I said that's the reason why this one does not have the rebar in the middle, which will become clearer as this starts to look more like a base and less like a pile of sticks. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit of upgrading here. Although I'm almost, sort of reluctant to do that in case some zombies randomly turn up and kick crap out of it while we're not even here. But I'm just going to do a little bit, and then I'm going to leave it. I'm just literally going to do that, I think, because as I say, I'm just worried that a horde of zombies going to come over here going, "Player was here, must kick crap out of base," while I'm not even here, because they do that. They do that. I have seen them do that. So yeah, there we go. Now, while we're at it, let's see. So there's 15 there and 2 there. Yeah. I'm going to just get rid of this. And we're not, again, I'm not going to do very much of this either. It's a case of doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. We're going to start digging downwards here now. I'm a little bit nervous about this because I don't want to dig down, I don't want to cave underneath my base, because that would be, well, that would be stupid, because no, don't hit the wood. That would be stupid. No, not the wood. Oh gosh, this is so tweaky. There. I want that there, but okay, sort of. Yeah, I don't want a cave under my base, because if I do that, I'm going to end up with I'm going to end up with the whole thing collapsing, which would not be fun. And as I say, digging in any case is quite hard work now. It's quite difficult to do, so you have to kind of dig a block down underneath yourself like this. Being careful not to dig your actual frames and destroy them. Oh, there goes my shovel. I do have a new one. There we go. And you just have to be just that far enough away that you're not gonna sort of how many. Uh-oh, here comes a Z. Jump! Oh, crapola. This is not good. See, this is what I was afraid of. This is what I was afraid of. Random zombies suddenly showing up from nowhere, going, "We know where you are." Yeah, you do, don't you? Where did you come from? This place was entirely quiet before. Now look at you, from nowhere. Oh, and you've all stunned me because I haven't got my club to hand. I hate you. Yes, I do, and you look very stupid too. Now you don't. Now you look like I like you. Dead. And they won't even form gore blocks. She's still alive. Oh no, she's not. Okay. They won't even form gore blocks for the time being. Have you got any medication? I hope so. There we go. So this lot were clearly attracted to where I was. This is a random horde, I think. Oh, you're not dead. Now you're dead and headless. Nice. Oh, splints. Okay. Yeah, so you lot are not allowed to hit my base. But even though I was down a hole, they knew exactly where I was, and if I hadn't been quick enough to get out of there, which I very nearly wasn't, they would have been straight down the blooming hole on top of me, no doubt. Are you dead? You're dead. You're not dead. Now you're dead. Okay, got anything good before you turn into absolutely nothing at all? Nope. Nope, they have not. Okay, any more? Any more? Yes? No? Alright, they've obviously done some damage already, and this is precisely what I was saying, that, you know, this is exactly what happens. They damage stuff just because it's there. And, yeah, hordes can sort of just show up just when you're, yeah, it's getting a bit dark now. I'm not going to be able to see anything down there really now, so might have to leave it for today, but you can kind of see what we're doing here. So we've got, for the moment, I'm just nerd poling down here, but eventually we'll have a ladder here, of course. But the idea is that ultimately we're going to have... no! Oh, this is worse. Funnily enough, it's actually easier when you start digging the stone. I do have some experience of digging the stone in Alpha 13, but as I say, it is tricky. There we go. And my skill in mining tools will go up as we do this as well. So, for the time being, we're just going to nerd pole the heck out of here. Oh, in fact, wouldn't it be sensible to just upgrade these? There, to that level. Now, I'm going to actually close this off when I get out, because I'm kind of nervous that the zombies will kick crap out of it. Some zombies will fall down it randomly, and then they'll kick crap out of it. And I'm pretty sure that that is precisely what will happen. So, we're going to close that off for the time being. Let's see. I'm going to do that. And... yeah, actually it's kind of tempting to just take the whole thing down so that they don't even have any surfaces whatsoever to beat up on, but maybe we'll maybe we'll trust them and I'm not about to just, you know, like break up my handiwork just because. But for the time being we're going to head back to base. So we've probably built up the heat map a little bit here already, hence the zombies that randomly wandered towards us anyway. So now we're going to head back to base and hope that when we come out here tomorrow to finish the job, well, I say finish the job, we ain't going to be finishing the job for quite some time, I don't think. When we come back tomorrow, we're gonna find that it's still actually there, and a whole load of zombies won't have randomly converged on it at night and kick crap out of it. That did, to be fair, happen as well in Alpha 12. It just did. Random hordes spawn, they head towards your location. If you're not there, they kick crap out of whatever you were doing. So if you were looting a store, they kick crap out of the store, which is very frustrating as well. You didn't build it, but you want to go back and loot it again, but it's difficult when they've, you know, trashed it. I had a whole horde of zombies in A12, I think it was, just trash pretty much all of the cabinets and the popping pills. I was a little bit frustrated, to say the least. Some choice language was used. So while we've still got a little bit of daylight, I'm going to take some more wood, because... hello? Hello? Hope you've gone down. Because we're going to need loads of it, frankly. We are going to need loads of it. Ta-da! You are level 16. Then we're going to go back to base, and we are going to apply some level ups. Yay, because it's about time I did. And I'm really not too great at doing that. I've got another axe. It's actually level 10. I must have made that first. Okay, so I'm wanting to move from this base to the other one as soon as, really, because yeah, this does not feel particularly secure. Okay, so we've done a bit of work on it, but it does not feel particularly secure. So I'm going to take one more tree. I might just take that as well if I can. Hello. And I'm hoping that the new base is going to feel vaguely secure, but again, not sure. It's all a little bit experimental, really, and this is always the case. We get a new alpha. We think we know the changes, but we don't know exactly how those changes are really going to affect us until it hits home, really. Thank you. Okay, back to base. So you can see these wood spikes. I can see myself using lots of wood spikes in this alpha. So we're going to have that because I don't want it enabling zombies to gain access to my base. There we go, and we're home. So I am going to... I really want to find a mining helmet. That would really help matters. Let's just check. Yeah, we're starving to death. Water at 50%. I'm going to put some water on actually now to purify, because I think that's going to be a good thing. Bottled water. Max 59. Sure, that's a lot. I didn't realise I got that much. And how are we doing for fuel here actually? 430. Yeah, we'll be right. We'll be fine. Let's see, what else have we got in here? I've got an absolute truckload of wood, which is good. We need it. Yeah, we've got a few stacks, but it's scary how fast it goes. We're still no further with a bellows. I might actually, sorry, with a forge. I might actually make a forge. I'm pretty sure I've got all the ingredients we need. And then, if I think, what the heck, shove it, we can just make one. We've got a load of clay, but we do need some clay for the forge as well. Eggs. Yeah, we can put that away. These I tend to keep in my inventory all the time so that I can, you know, craft things as I need. I'm going to put that there for the minute. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing tomorrow. That can stay in here. Now dirt can go in. Scrap iron card as well. Okay, here we go. Let's make a forge. Because, yeah, I might just... I intend eventually to put a forge, you know, sort of wherever, in, you know, underground, somewhere nice and secure. But for the moment, what we really need is to be able to forge stuff. So, this forge, when we made it, we may put it there, we may not put it there, I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. Okay, let's get rid of this sham. It's not good for the health. Give me some meat. There we are. We've got some meat. We've got some eggs, but we cannot make bacon and eggs without a grill. I don't have enough pipes because I just had to use one for the forge. That's why I haven't made a grill. We can make some more. Now, do I need... Let me just check. I'm sure I can... Can I make any more antibiotics? I can. Can I make 2? I can. There we go. So we'll add that to the listy. Actually, I'll put that in first. And then we're going to just put in that I want to do a stack of 15 bottled water for the time being. Oh, that didn't... That was stupid. There we go. Okay, and then the rest of the bottles I can actually put in here. Okay, there's one there and one there. This is all a bit haphazard, but again, it's because ultimately I'm not going to stay here. I'm gonna move on, and like anybody who's planning on moving on, I don't treat my home with that much respect in the meantime. Okay, let's have a drink of water as well. Now we're at 60%. And we'll just have a look. Let's see. My armor's pretty crappy. My clothing, again, that's going to lose quality as and when I repair it. But if I don't repair it, it will disappear altogether. And I will end up not wearing anything. This happens frequently. Let's see. Can we make any other armor, actually? Because that would help a lot if I can make some hide armor. Let's see. How many hides do I have? I have 16 hides. Of course, if we need to make a second forge, we need more hides. But boots, jacket, pants, but that's not armour. Let's see, what do we need for leather armour? Leg armour, gloves, leather duster. No, I haven't learned those, right? No, we haven't learned those. Okay. So there we go. We can make cloth armour, I think. So I should probably do that. So we'll put that back. But we only have 2 cloth fragments, which is quite crap. And no, yes. So we're going to need to collect some cloth before we make cloth armour as well. So, in summary, we are still not particularly well established. I have got some cloth and some cotton growing here. We've got a base sort of in, you know, in process of being built there, but yeah, while I'm sort of jumping back and forth between this base and that base, I'm not sure if anybody's, somebody's going to be kicking the crap out of that. Then I'm planning on putting a forge over here, but we'll just see what happens with that one. As I say, if I put a forge over here, sure, the screamers aren't, they're not perhaps going to call a horde because they won't see me, but if I can't see them either, I can't really, and then if I can't get to my forge because I put zombie defences around, it's a dilemma. It's a dilemma. It's thinking how to deal with this, and I know how I'd deal with it if I was higher level, but at the moment doing anything is so tricky that, yeah, it's not an easy one to figure out, really. I have a damaged, oh, okay, I guess these take wood to repair then. Anyway, guys, for some reason I have a bit of a cough, so I'm finding it a little bit difficult to talk, but hopefully that will clear up by the time I do the next episode. And I hope you're enjoying the series so far. Don't forget to hit the like button to let me know. Also, any comments you have, any tips you have, gratefully received. I hope you like this video, and I hope you'll join me for the next. Until then, keep gaming, keep smiling, and bye-bye for now.